we literally sat there with 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds that had never gotten a single new pair of clothing. I have a 5-year-old son, and he, you think this is, you want to protect them from everything. These kids are protected from nothing. There is nothing, there are no tools available to them to protect them from disease, access to education. And I sat there with kids, thanks to people that bought Toms. And we sat there with shoes that we could give away, that we could put on their feet, but you held this little foot that's that long, that has more calluses than you've ever seen. Kids that walk 10 kilometers just to get to school, if they're lucky enough to go to school. And so here's this realization. So you bought this pair of shoes, you're like, okay, Hanson talked to me on a megaphone, I walked a mile. But what did it mean? Well, let me tell you. One pair of shoes, one decision to show up and walk, one download of a song that's 99 cents and seems like nothing is days of life for a mother that has AIDS and can prevent that from being passed on to her child. These are the tools you guys already have. This is not a campaign that one day you can be a part of. This is what's in front of you. And this is not a guilt walk. This is a holy shit, look what we can do walk. This is an opportunity to walk differently. It's really, I think, telling. I think every time we've stopped a couple times now, this is our second time hitting a playground, and it hits me more clearly because, it's easy to get caught up in these sort of fads of things, even fads of giving. Africa has been fairly in vogue. Madonna bought some children, which is fine. It's great. One of you knows kids. But it doesn't go away. And the last thing we think about is history. What's history going to think of me? Because we're thinking, well, what am I going to do tomorrow? Am I going to get a good job? All these different things. But history is going to ask our whole generation what we did about Africa, what we did about AIDS, what we did about these challenges. And we as a whole group of people have to ask ourselves, well, who are our friends in the world? Who are our partners? Who are people that, what did America look like 150 years ago? And who are people that maybe came to our aid? These are the connections, the relationships, the life that will bear fruit in time. And connecting with kids, you put the shoe on their foot and they say, where do they come from? That was a shoe from somebody that bought a pair of shoes, in America, one pair of shoes. And 50,000 pairs of shoes, that's not 50,000 shoes with a few thousand bought by some rich people. This is 50,000 individuals buying a pair. Maybe somebody bought 2, maybe somebody bought 5. But it's one by one by one by one, and it's incredible. So you guys, this is a walk for you. This is a walk for action. This is a walk not for people watching, not for all of us to try and call our politicians, though that's something we can do. But this is about if we as individuals cross the barrier, cross the lines of country and issues and, blue, red, green, whatever you want to call your political views, and say, we have the power to make a difference, so let's start now. What are we waiting for? So that's what this is about. And we want to thank you guys so much for joining us this far. It inspires us every time we walk out here and we think, okay, one more day, we may just be alone on the street. And we're not. You guys are incredible. Yes.
Have you been here this whole time?
Wow, guys, you kind of missed it. Really listening.
We did it. Not all of us missed it. Please don't lump us.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
You're making Virginia look really bad right now. I know.
We'll understand one more thing, and we're going to keep walking because we're not even, this isn't exactly halfway. We got a ways to go. And thank you guys for being with us this far. All of you. One of the things we're doing on this tour, and we've been frustrated because actually we weren't able to bring all these shoes on the road because some of them sold out and we actually had a problem with the way they were made. We had to ship them back. But there's a special Tom shoe that we actually started just for this tour that you guys can pre-order at the end of the tour, at the end of the walk. It's a special shoe that says, take the walk, we can conquer this great divide. It's a Hanson shoe that we put together with them.